Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Perhaps we must ask the Minister if it counts as building when he sleeps with the wives of his colleagues in his political party.
Honourable Member.
Very difficult to understand the political and ideological position of the EFF currently, because the EFF is co-signatory of a charter which unites the Progressive Caucus in Parliament, which espouses common values and principles. But in some other articulations, I think there was a characterization of Mkhonto Wesizwe as enemy number one, and then I think their leader said in one of the platforms in the recent past that the MK is led by a stupid and the followers are stupid and everything else. But we have never got a substantial submission of what causes such a very sorry and unfortunate, unintelligent observation. But childishness and subjectivity will undermine otherwise a necessary cause for the unification of all progressive forces, not just in Parliament, but on the ground. There's no need that if Mkhonto Wesizwe, EFF, ATM identify that their service delivery challenges in the municipalities of Alfred Nzo, of Matatiela, Shivambu, Mandela municipality, we must then organize separate matches to deal with issues of service delivery. We must do that jointly.
There's a question about the issue of 2026, who will be placed on, or who will be a candidate, and it will be chosen from which faction. Comrades, I did say on the video that Comrade Kusum Kobani is just an ordinary member. There is no Comrade Kusum Kobani yet until she is appointed. So, with that said, any changes that will be done under our leadership, we are going to reverse it, and it's going to reverse it as a matter of agency to make sure that our armed forces are not confused. We will get to 2026 victorious because we are dealing with that matter, and by next week everything will be sorted with regard to making sure that when we nominate a candidate, there's no confusion in the province.
Move on to the next question. Are you willing to tell us who are these people that advise you to make appointments to SETAs, to make appointments in NSFAS, to make appointments to universities, to make appointments in TVET colleges? Yes or no? So that I can move on to the next question. Thank you, Minister.
I think we need to understand that even with the system of the judges in South Africa, they do have assessors, private assessors who listen. I'm still responding to the question. I'm not going to respond to yes or no. I'm not in court.
No, this is not a court.
I'm not in court. I'm not going to respond in yes or no.
Chairperson, you advised the minister on the issue of time. I simply want to understand if the minister is willing to tell us the panel. If she's not willing to, she must say, I don't want to tell you who advises me. And then I've got a mechanism to find out who advises her. And I'm going to find out who's advising her. But I don't want her to waste my time by giving me a preamble of South African law that I know, by the way. I'm a lawmaker. I'm here. I write laws. Can't tell me about laws. I'm asking the minister a simple question. I don't have time, Chair. Is the minister willing to tell the people of South Africa? Is the minister willing to tell this committee? Is the minister willing to be open, transparent, and accountable and tell us who advises her to make deployments to NSFAS, to make deployments to SETAs, to make deployment in institutions of higher learning? If she's not willing, she can just say, I'm not willing. So that I can move on to the next question, Chairperson. I'm asking you now.